請問係做咩？我都唔記得咗。
你好嘅。
我哋都未去波得 gauge 點解就好似打 final boss？
咪即係唔係 final boss？
係要落去。
而係
斜啲行一行入少少。
仲有2條蟲喎，使唔使用咗佢先？
你有冇得用？
要用就梗係可以用啦。係好好用咯，但係
睇下先。
都要學嘅，不過睇你有冇嘢學咯。佢最出邊嗰格就傻咗，
係咯。
冇咩好學。你衝啊！你衝啊！
睇下先。
佢最上面嗰個協場我唔好明。
目標進行攻擊，擲色時處於劣勢。
放落對面啲怪度，係一招技，攻擊技啊嘛。
係一招令到人哋有 debuff 嘅技。
好似有啲用咯。係其他嘢都好似流流地。你有冇嘢學？
睇下先。我學一下咯。
A background murmur, the presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
There he is. The man who sold you to Zariel to live out your days in the hells.
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes. With cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure. like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I've played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough, but what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from her.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge, but you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews again, 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 again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane.
The lash of Thor!
The Testament of Merkel.
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
Look at that crown. It radiates with power unlike anything I've ever seen. To have it. To hold. Oh, if only I could. But I can't. This is it. I must do as Mystra commands.
佢
唔好明，
Gale 嘅其中一個人嘅任務就係要揾到個主腦，然之後同佢一齊自爆。
咪一咯，二咪即係自爆咯，
二先係自爆。
係咯，係咯，二係攬炒嘛。
What choice do I have? More than just a goddess counseled my courage. Whole worlds hang in the balance. I do trust you. More than myself right now. Perhaps even more than Mystra. I have no desire to end your life, you know that. To end it? To struggle on. It is a grave choice you're making for us both. But if it must be so... very well. I'll stand down to stand by you.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard, the Absolute.
Who preserve us?
You wag your word flap in vain, Alderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
我哋係殺咗佢先。
應該係咯，即係有3個 boss。
係啦，起碼3。
好。煲公爵就係頭先嗰個
光頭佬。
係咯，光頭佬喎。
今日暗夜之歌去邊啊？會跟住高公爵入去嚟嘅咩？
俾人捉住咗啊！又去咗第2度可能。開 P 嘅嘞喎，咁直接。
我高公。
There you are, as predicted.
帶走咗高公爵喎，其實
That
好似。
draws one toward death like a moth to light. You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling, but the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out. Finer champions than you have tried and failed. But perhaps they lacked the fear that drives you. Your freedom hanging in the balance. Let us speak plainly. My Lord Merkel gave me the one thing I desired, the one thing no other god could grant me. My daughter's life returned. Her heart beating once more. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers. But for Merkel, I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant. With pleasure.
我嘅一步嘢。喺度嘅。
艾琳女士，哇咁鬼遠啊！咁但係都要救咗佢先喎。
點救啊？
係你啲寫可以用協助動作去救喎。好似要過到佢啊！
我未入喎，戰鬥嗰人啊。
OK。好乸遠喎。
研究下先。心魔。我嘗試下嚇。 哦，唔夠移動。
印象中，哦佢無敵喎，因為佢捉住咗。
哦，即係救咗先。唉，佢走。
唔好行住，我拔咗先。下 round 先救都得㗎嘛？
行到。
你去唔去到啊？
會借機攻擊咯。
打住你嗰啲怪先咯。
打唔到仗而家。係6人。 啊！全部 A 你先。
好煩呢個震懾。
呢震懾喎，OK。試一試先，應該打你唔到。
好痛喎！
實而不華。
跌晒到你。
好啦，跟住我係冇動作救佢嘅。
唔緊要啦，我哋都打唔到佢住。
我可以等等先啦。
震懾夠未啊？師兄，我啦想玩遊戲啫。
加影心速有冇用？
冇用。
冇其他怪啦，係嘛？ 搞掂。
佢冇咗無敵啦。揾高房㗎。幫我老友出嚟啫。
Ah shit！
冇第二招啊，入師傅。
哇！大佬一堆數字咁噴出嚟，
啲料到喎。好咗 call 咗老友出嚟啫。
諗下先啊。我諗唔到咗啲咩？
出咯，係咪？
一個死心啊！
我屌，原來我有一解震懾。屌！
下次。Okay.
慢慢行過嚟飛啦，大佬。
都係逆裝式嘅，
咪就係
兜個靚大圈。
有名啲咗係。
佢死㗎啦喎，其實。45啊！
用咯。有啲嚟佢，3。
哇！
失敗。
碎乜？7先咩？佢要17先豁免，我講我唔做反應嗰隻係咪？一血
係嘛？我有魔法飛彈。
finish。OK。啊？哦。
What a fool you are. You cannot kill me. I am eternal. Merkel, Lord of Bones, I am here. I am ready. I am yours.
咁似海賊王啲角色。頭盤嚟嘅啫喎，睇嚟係嘛？
咁簡單。哇！200幾血。
睇下啲狀態先，燃燒油。
月華之光，唔驚冰。
啊！佢個月華之光係佢自己會受到2至20啊？
唔係啊，阿 Irene 喺佢隔離啊，所以
OK
應該係 Irene 個招技嚟。
冇嘢做啦。
唔好想上嚟住我，因為啲嘢喎。
你低地喎，但係你唔揾啲高位企嘅話，
喺呢度佢打我唔到啦啩？
唔係講應該唔識喐嘅。
咪就係
不死生物嘅名啊，抗冰、抗雜、抗呢個暗食、毒素。
喂，你俾佢打嘢會唔會死嘅？
我
我係擔心你㗎。
我冇動，我乜都冇得做啊！除非爬翻落去。
哦，所有人都冇得被治療啊
OK，
好似頭先回嘅嘢。
飲日水得唔得㗎？
唔得，
係唔得。
所有人都有凍寒之足啊！
我可唔可以行翻落去啫？
你行翻落嚟應該可能得喎，因為我係冇嗰個 debuff，得唔得咧？我冇咗啦。OK， 得，不過回一回啫。
咁我唔使去住。哇！
哦，真係打到。
我有元素導師寒冷係無視抗力㗎嘛？
你試下咯。話說佢有招 passive 可以吞噬嗰啲小怪喎。吞噬虔誠，獲得收割者獎勵。
嗱，上面仲有一隻，
下邊有兩隻添。
咁我打喺下邊先，反正幾好嘅。
先咯。驚佢唔知有咩 buff 啊！真係。
OK。又話14嘅，又話唔中咩？
咩啊？佢個攻擊擲先要擲14先可以打到你，佢擲到18啊嘛。
OK。喐唔到添，射箭啦。佢話係咁呼嘅喎，但係其實而家又多謝啦，有多粒先啦。
係啊 ，keep 住清嘅要。佢好似冇咩着數。你想唔想加速啊？
等我個控方完咗先。
哦，
得啦。定你可以揀。
認心有冇？係。
算啦，我今鋪都冇動作做，你揀都冇啦。
做下其他嘢先咯。我有啲擔心佢死喎。
我都驚啊！
佢冇得回血嘅喎，我哋要快少少喎。
屌！係咪可以加速啊？
有。雙加速。
35啊，冇。
crit 啦，用唔用 crit 呢啲時候？頭先唔係可以用 crit 咩？
冇錯，唔緊要，可以打多次。
哇，靚啊！佢冇話驚啲咩喎？又唔可以回啊 ，Irene。打晒先啦我。仲有冇啊？
有。冇。
哎呀，我可以令佢慢喎，唔記得咗我個。
哎呀，你早啲上嚟嘛！
針對木盲生物攻擊特色處於優勢。32血。不如開甩傷。搞錯咁都可以豁免，勾得一半傷害。
好過冇啊！我本身30，
鬥一鬥佢先，好驚佢嘅啫。有啲。7，我可唔可以？我唔得啦。我冇咩波士嘅感覺喎。
Finish。
No bullshit. Let's go.
可能佢冇吞嘢，吞咗嘢可能好勁。
我又出返嚟。
Death cannot take me. I am its master.
哦，殘咗好多。
My lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken. You have no
即
idea
係啱啱係佢嘅衰作能。
you've done. Isabel.
哇！雷神咁嘅喂。
Have my sword, my fealty. Do what you must. Then we fly this foul place. Ketherick is dead. Good, right. This is good. But he was here. Gortash was here. Called himself the Lash of Bane. The fucker who sold me to Zariel is working for the god of tyranny. do the honors. He's got so much to answer for. This thing in my chest is his doing. All those years in hell. And he looks the same now as he did then. Same smirk. Ah! Not now, Karlak. Not now. Please. Let's get out of here.
Yoink！ 哦，睇條屍都有劇情。
OK。
And death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
神者之石。
仲有2粒喎。
Remarkable. Truly. And now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated. To master an Elder Brain, to subdue it. Our enemies are formidable.
衰咗啦。
I believe you fought and defeated an avatar of Merkel, the god of necromancy. A remarkable feat. Ketheric was Merkel's chosen. I know Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. He is a worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are chosen of the dead three. Bane, Baal, and Merkel. The tyrant, the assassin, and the necromancer. They are known to pick from their most devout followers a chosen, granting them incredible powers. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy. But working together, and with those stones, and that crown, I dare not imagine what they might achieve. The crown's markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. It is a crown of domination. The stones were taken from its crest. They are nether stones, imbued with the ability to control the wearer of the crown. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasite, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain.
Netherese. These chosen are powerful indeed to have such magic in their command.
We prepare for the fight of our lives, and the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an Elder Brain, brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order the Death Gods chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance comes to strike, you must take it, for there may only be one chance.
集齊5粒寶石， 打手指。
七龍珠啦，不如。
冇咁廢啊！佢啲錘。我個盾係勁喎，俾你睇睇先。哇！個甲都幾勁，不過係重甲，好鬼貴添。你可以望一望。
我盾法術嘅喎，你俾 Gale 用啦。俾 Gale。我本身個盾加先攻都 OK。重甲啊，我可以着喎重甲。
哦，咁把炮。
係啊，條女而家可以着重甲啊。手。哦。寧願用翻原本件重甲，會仲好啲。都係爭1 AC。
阿明之歌去咗邊呢？
翻咗 base。
踩爆咗人哋個頭之後就走咗。
就得㗎啦嘛！
我仲以為可以跳落中間添。
我就係驚會跌落去。
走咯，地表傳送。
翻返呢度。
同幾個傾偈先咯。
I can't help but feel like I've been fumbling in the dark for too long. I've just had a lit torch thrust into my hands. Indeed. Under other circumstances, I might have been subdued or ashamed. But after what we saw, I must admit, I'm excited. The crown! The one the Elder Brain was wearing. The one I very nearly destroyed. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete, that I didn't even recognize it at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it. I know what nearly happened, and I'm sorry for putting you in that position. But I've stepped back from the precipice now. I've seen what may prove to be another way. A better way. That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerer's Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can. Indeed. The journey awaits. One foot in front of the other is tried and true, I find. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
呢度係我哋營地喎。
變咗係，
係嘛？好似唔係喎又。
唔係營地啊！
但係點解有守冇人喺度？
係喎，
邊度嚟咧？
呢度咪月出之塔咯？
Aelin,
傾個偈先啦，呢度咪。
Isabel. My love, you are dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo. I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead. His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right? I will be. And you? In this moment, I want for nothing.
The fuck？
有兩位 gay 嘅。
夜媽媽包住個頭。
It's you, isn't it? You're the talk of this place, you know. I'm Isabel. And this is... Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
喂，我都好似我哋冇份打咁。
Now that he's dead.
我打幾多劍，你打幾多
I
劍
have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later? I am. And I'm glad he's dead. But this is precisely what I want to speak to you about later. It'll keep. I promise. Very good. We look forward to it. Now you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
幫你拍低佢。
We'll see you later.
拍拍先啦，好似希哥咁，我哋。
Oh, they watched.
係講翻一樣嘅嘢。
係咯。有冇第二啲啊？
點解有個守墓人喺度咧？就係即係覺得我哋會死，但係啱啱嗰場。
哦，要去營地傾啊！交埋剩低啲任喎要。
睇睇先。烏爾布林。
喺邊啊？烏爾布林
喺翻村啊？嗰個叫咩？光芒旅店。
唔係喎，唔係喎，佢嚟咗呢度喎。
哦，咁同我傾偈。
睇下先。
You helped me escape this hellspit, then took down the heart of Moonrise, Ketheric himself. Oh, I'm impressed. And I'm not a man easily impressed. Indeed. You're worth 10 of my own crew. That is clear to see. I underestimated you, kept who I was and who I represent from you. But I see now that was a mistake. I am Wolbrin Bongo, leader of the Iron Hand Gnomes. No doubt you've heard of us.
阿力，邊個阿力啊？
Stories of the Iron Hand
邊度阿力啊？
a
真係
talented
未聽
group
過
of inventors who were banished from Baldur's Gate.
Do not speak of a story you only know the half of. We are inventors of the highest order, matched, perhaps, but never surpassed by the Gondians at the High House of Wonders. But our forebears were foolish, complicit with Saravok's madness over a century past. And so, we were banished. We still are to this day. The very one. It's the only mistake the Iron Hand Gnomes ever made. And it cost us everything. I have fought tooth and nail to restore our reputation. Particularly against the Gondian detractors who live in glass houses.
I filled appeals, pleaded with the High Artificer himself. They've refused us time and again. Now, however, I will make them listen. Plenty. Find me in the city and help us save Baldur's Gate from itself.
世界線嘅收束點睇嚟就係波特機。
冇錯。有啲咩任啊？
Thou dawdlest, while time is precious. Let us speak.
Now you've won. What to pack? Well done putting Ketherick in his place.
Lendoneer?
A curse lifted. The dead three. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Do illithids possess souls? No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet, the three amass an illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services. Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold. Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished as one, and as three. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus know.
There'll be plenty of dead to mourn.
咁係咪要翻營地咧？而家
我先啊！哇，有啲藥水喎，拎埋先。我記得呢度有啲門咧，係有啲係咪入邊嗰隊咧？睇下先。 啲嘢擋住。
I'm sure you're perfectly delightful.
係，幫我寫入
right now.
兜下咯。
我喺度。
Whatever's dripping from the walls is alive.
Something's dripping
Organic
from the
anyway.
rafters. Not sure I want to look up.
Whatever's dripping from the walls is alive. Organic anyway.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Don't burn yourself.
冇嘢嘅咩入邊？
嗰度有嘢嘅咩？
Whatever's dripping from the walls is alive. Organic anyway.
Phew.
我應該冇嘢啊，應該行晒嘅。
冇啦，仲有個商人睇埋先。應該冇嘢啦。
而家咁多袋嘅。
It's finally time for the Iron Man.
I'll sort you out for dinner. How does the stone read?
The way is clear. The light has shown the way.
Good. The sooner we get out of here, the better.
Just tell me what you need.
阿雪，你有冇啲重甲咧？
重甲有，好似有一件。
我啱同佢傾過偈，好似冇咩好賣都。
買下啲藥水咯。
Lady.
冇啊，應該走得啦。
翻 cam 咯。
We get out of here, the better.
Excuse me?
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name.
Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun. Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? As would I, and more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of the mound, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Mizura's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city. She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizura's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie. He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizura had swept it clean. After, he said only 1 word. Go. So I did. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. It is the one scar I ever bore of it. Mizura replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer. Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Seluna, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, Most High, darling Isabel, is safe and well. Safe and well, and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One. We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side.
點解要加啲 LGBT 元素咧？將呢個暗夜之歌變咗男人唔得咩？
冇問題。
Pray, ask, and I will tell. Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb. Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder. A century of it, by now. I loved her from the moment I beheld her sweet face. Her great, wise eyes. Her father Ketheric never did trust me. He did not fancy an immortal for his daughter's paramour. When she died, curse the day, the hour. We each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me. Not on purpose. Or not with the intent to deceive. I've been trying to make sense of it all. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Seluna as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Seluna came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight? That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... and this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped. You jest. Yet, he did seem a ghost to me. A shadow of the father I loved. He resurrected me with magic so foul, I nearly retch just thinking of it. I didn't know that then, but I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what. It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
就咁嘅。
係咯。諗住有啲咩特別添？ 仲有偈傾喎。
Be gone, friend. No doubt you do.
Scratch's tail wags enthusiast. Scratch's tongue lolls out.
冇啦，係嘛？
冇啦啩？
使咪休？
長休啊？
我都仲有好多發術位喎，其實。
唔使休住都得。
可能出翻去向波特機前再。
輸輸咩？
Finally time for the Iron Hand gnomes to come home.
交晒啲飲啦嘛。
第一次。係咯，冇咯。
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But you have the makings of a leader. Your actions have already inspired those around you. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
Simba.又翻營地，
什麼鬼？
一嚟要透過瞓覺，
推進劇情喎，要瞓覺，瞓咯。仲有想傾偈，
唔通下醫生？哇！又嚟啦！
拜年。
It is time we spoke about your heritage. There's a debt.
You claim to know something about me. You knew about the wolves. Tell me everything.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget. Shah's embrace is something that was forced upon you. It is not your true nature.
That can't be. I was always loyal to Shah.
乜咁污糟嘅影身塊面？
Do you think it was but a brief lapse? A moment of madness? No. I think you finally listened to your heart. When you freed me from the Shadowfell, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain, his inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others someplace distant. Let me help you remember, so there will be no doubt.
A memory appears at the forefront of your mind.
春麗。
That wolf. That elf. Who was he?
You already know who he is. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood? He is your father. And he lives still. As does your mother. I felt them. Bound to you.
That can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman, one who knows what must be done.
I have to find my parents.
You will have to face your abductors in their very lair, in Baldur's Gate. There is one more way in which I can help you. You have been forewarned, and now you shall be forearmed. You will remember this spear, no doubt. It was to be the instrument of my death. Now, it will become a parting gift in exchange for my life.
I thought thought that was lost in the Shadowfell. How do you have it?
Shar is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. I felt the spear call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shar calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will need it. But what you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before. A debt repaid. You gave me my life back. Now go and claim your own.
There must be more you can tell me.
Your mind is a deep, dark wood. There are dead ends, shadowy corners, lurking threats. I was lucky to be able to glean as much as I did. Besides, there are more hardships ahead. Knowing too much may cause you to despair, while a little ignorance may shield you. One last thing. Your parents have been in the hands of Shar's followers for some 40 years. It must take tremendous will for mortals to hold out that long. See that their sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
40年。由啱啱影心仲係春麗嘅時候揾咗40年，咁而家影心咪40幾歲？
似喎，即係喺非洲每60秒，我去咗1分鐘啦。喂，又話俾支矛我嘅，喂，佢咩？呃我啊？
唔喺我度。
佢哋啊？喂，大佬俾翻我啊！
喂，
可以喺邊度啊？喺個箱度？
喺個斜點度啊！
係我頂咩料啊？咗啊！
瞓醒先俾你。
我都有可能瞓咗先。唔好有殺人啊，邪念！
啊，平安夜。
俾翻支矛我啊！
Be gone, friend.
Excuse.
Dog wags his tail. A small puppy gives in and surrenders his find to you. Scratches tongue, lolls out.
佢個肺。
好，加架拍先。我講唔到。
係咪有啲重入？想睇下啱唔啱用。
I see。
俾翻支矛我啊！
有頭盔，重甲頭盔。
睇過。
俾晒你睇，唔啱你就收翻落去，收翻落去咪得。一個頭盔兩個。
Excellent choice。
哦，盔就 O。
兩個甲。
甲就麻麻地。唉，我收埋啦，你有冇用啊？
I could go for a good meal.
有冇靈藥掉先？但係做一做啲靈藥先。
金術。
血心
有咩用？佢可以一次我撳調配所有素材喎。試下先。
9個配方。
WTF？
哇！你有咁多，你有咁多材料收埋嘅。
係咩？OK。我冇用過咁滯。
有冇訂唔訂？你想食咩靈藥？定自己食自己？
冇所謂啊，我冇咩訂咋，我就知毒抗毒嘅咯。
試一試呢個奪心魔蝌蚪靈藥。
試下咯。
等我先，係幾有掉。
行動無蹤。
呢個位置麻麻地，大家稍移咗步，企喺隔離。
呢度啊？
哇！可以重疊咗，好嘅。唔知掉落地下會唔會咯？
佢有得寫咩可以投擲令其他人生效喎？
哦，咁冇啊！呢支冇寫。
我掉支抗毒算咯，用一用。
咁我繼續飲其他啦。
係咯，你都可以飲其他嘅，冇咩所謂。純粹詼諧下嘅啫。你會劣勢嘅喎，有乜用啊？
哇！呢支嘢，呢支嘢，
好笑嘅呢支嘢嚟。
咪咯，
詼諧，
咪要再合上去先有用啊！
了知。
唉，我冇飲支牙，2萬法術位啦。
你搞笑喎，師兄。俾翻支矛我啊！
我咁講啦，本身都唔係屬於你嘅，唔係本身係屬於你嘅。
係啊。喂，冇理由會咁嘅喎。
屈咗。
喂，咁黐線啊嘛？我想 Google 喎。
估等你。
我會變白頭髮㗎，影心。啲人話。
我想問你有冇得整藍色嘅巨像靈嘅？
藍色？
即高一級。
我哋唔係 share 嘅咩啲嘢？
好似就唔係啦。
巨像靈嘅，冇我綠色嘅喎。
算。我整。
唔係嘛，右北。
我順便執一執。
嚇？係用主角對話，係用影心對話，唔係嘛？
唔喺我度啊。
嚇？咁咪嚇？咁咪？咁我咪冇㗎咯喎，咁咪中個北咯，同佢傾完㗎咯喎。應該係北嚟。算，冇理啦。咁啊，走啦喎，係嘛？
是的。
哇！使乜咁多 buff 啊你？
你怕未？
打得都睇得啊嘛，係咪？
The land's cleansed of the shadows. Ketheric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
估唔到隻 game 出咗咁耐都仲可以有呢個 bug。
啲咪好勁咯？
冇睇啊，啲人話一般咯。
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord. But there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketherick. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
My prodigal bloodkin is among them.
They live.
Barely. I made mince of their ugly mind matter. And if they dare return, I will strip out their offal.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
樓主，我們到了。
飛龍
飛龍咩？
鹽岩啊！
岩啩？
又喺個 camp 入邊啊！係咪又要再瞓多次覺？
呢度好似唔係 cam 嚟喎，大地圖嚟喎。
好嘅，但係有晒 camp 入邊啲嘢。
有冇嘢執㗎呢度？
Listen.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. And we are no closer to knowing why that bastard is so obsessed with getting me back. I think we should track down my fellow spawn. I'm not exactly looking forward to a
係咯，
reunion,
點
but
解咁似
perhaps
cam
they
嘅
know？something.
作為 cam
If we can find them, we can force them
咁
to
但係
tell
佢
us
唔
what
係寫
they've
營
been
地
doing since
嘅
I was gone. And honestly, I imagine they'll be coming for me in the night if I don't. Unless Cazador has changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk.
係 cam 啦。
屌，
咩就唔出去？我又要心急㗎。喂，大哥，去提一提我啊！食晒啲 puff 先至話要瞓我覺。
係喎，離開營，屌，老啊！真係嘥嘅事。入多處。我哋有分啦。
Events of the last days
有任務啦。
upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the Dream Visitor's protection. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. You will finally have the chance to destroy Gortash. But what then? What fires will still burn in you when he is extinguished? Will you liberate the true souls from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Sleep is for the weaker
咩就係我啊？你哋冇咩？
我啊，睇緊你啊！
哦，打交要。
Come quickly! I
咁
can't
魔
do
鬼
this without you.
係我啲 puff 啊，大佬！在真神奪取控制之前，逃離傳送門。
3回合，1、2、3，收你皮啦！
勁嘅咩？佢哋好似真係幾勁喎。
好咧！哇，好多 passive 喎佢哋。
哦，咁我走先啦。
會唔會有嘢執啊？但係佢哋
打得到咩？3回合內打唔打到一個？
話唔得嘅，
試試先，都係睇 percentage 嘅啫。
雙加速先啦。
係，基友又喺後邊。
先攻有啲低喎
你都喺後邊啊！
我影心冇點嗰個專長啊嘛。
Hammer's gonna fall.
陣接先。有啲細。 冇嘢執啊！
咁都要殺嘅，係飲咗頭咗掟啦，路徑被打斷。嚇零？點解可以打零㗎
48除2等於0，哦，唔係24除2等於0，哦，豁免咗。
但係豁免都有一半傷害嘅喎，應該。哦。
24除2等於0喎，寫住。
可唔可以直接走到咧？
得就得㗎。
我撳唔撳到個傳送門啊？
OK。
誇張咗 crit， 究竟佢啲 passive 係咩事啊？反射閃避，哦，原來呢招技。不如直接走。
我就走唔到啦。
我走到啊。
一個就得。
但一個走會唔會全部走咧？
應該就唔會。
咁唔走住咯。
得埋後邊2位先，起碼。
我自己走咗出去先唔怕噶嘛？
應該唔怕，少咁個打交啫，冇嘢。
It's not over. Come to the skull.
係長喎。
That thing's not going to hold together much longer.
哇！鐵拳無敵，
一拳打爛咗個戰艦，
力王咁喎，大家可以翻屋企啦。
佢係使出咗普通認真拳，
又打瓜。
You 啊，啱先用晒啲技，長友又唔同我講，你又唔 help 我，要我 help 你，哦，跳落去就打交。
好嘅，過嚟咯。
啲細佬怪係我哋嘅 friend，搞笑。
竟然？
不過佢哋好勁喎。
咁我哋變咗打史力加嘅。
咪咯。好在我仲有個加速。
仲有冇得斬啊？
有。
我開 debuff 算，俾你斬中 efficient。
咩嚟嘅？
咩啊 ？double 傷害啊！
我睇下可唔可以 passive， 得唔得？算啦，唔開 double 傷啫。
打唔打死啊
check 緊，幫緊你。
紅針 check 下。
打唔死。
It's not over. Come to the skull.
咪執先。好。
I need you now.
喂，
去邊度啊？
我執啲材料先。
喂。
跳落去啊！
咁
咪直接跳咯。
It's help me.
我要瞓覺係嘛？我冇嘢。
加速啊嘛 ，OK 啦。
呢啲有紅色嘅喎又，搞笑。
好難捉摸啊！詠春葉問。
我啱啱嗰啲史力加應該係洗咗腦。恐懼鬥室都嚟埋。減入，
唔係加一咩？好練咯。
我減咗一啊 ，OK 都過。
我又見唔到你擲色啦。點啊？咁而家
堅定流啊！呢個就係個精靈。
我唔好知而家個劇情點解無啦啦會變成咁。
我等我諗下先。
點解我哋無啦啦會不投？
我話先啊，我哋去緊波特機，跟住俾人襲擊，然之後開咗對門。
我哋頭先俾人襲擊個 debuff 係講緊至上真神
call 我哋去戰鬥啊嘛。
係咯。
咁點解？哦，即係至上真神 call 我哋入嚟呢度戰鬥。咁點解前面會有啲怪阻止我哋？
因為嗰啲史力加要解放嗰隻史力加嘛，咁個奪心魔要保護個史力加嘛，咪要壓制個史力加嘛，咁咪敵對咯。
咁即係個至上真神令到我哋覺得我哋嗰個咩夢境使者，前邊嘅夢境使者係奪心魔。
應該唔係啊嘛？
至上真神 call 我哋入嚟呢一度，係幫啲史力加解放嗰隻史力加。
史力加敵對啊！至上真神要壓制隻史力加嘛？
至上真神要壓制隻史力加，咁奪心魔
咪即係至上真神咯，唔係咩？
但係呢隻奪心魔話自己係夢境使者喎。
咁點解佢係奪心魔嘅樣啊？
佢就係話唔好俾佢嘅形態呃到，佢咁樣講。你睇翻 check history。
不受至上真神侵害嘅源頭。
如果你嘅思路係正確咧，咁即係就至上真神 call 我哋入嚟呢一度，控制或者影響我哋去到打爆嗰隻史力加，然後所以就將夢境使者變成呢一個奪心魔咁嘅形象，咁嘅形態去呃我哋。如果佢講嘅係真嘅話，
唔係咁，如果幫咗隻奪心魔，唔係喎，咁但係有可能隻奪心魔都呃你嘅喎。
係啊，就係咯。
其實就係可能壓制咗佢先會俾阿至上真神侵害都得嘅，係咪先？都可以調翻轉。
係，所以啱啱我就用嗰隻蟲去到睇個奪心魔個麥。
冇用啦，冇用啦。
我嘅腦海入邊得一個凝聚嘅思想，就我必須傾盡所能去到壓制呢一個史力加。加入奪心魔嘅戰鬥咪真係幫隻奪心魔。
係啊。
咁即係相信呢個奪心魔係一直幫我哋嗰個夢境使者。
係咯，即係佢講嘅嘢係真咯。咁所以就壓制隻史力加，去防止呢個至上真神搞鳩我哋。
但係點解係史力加嘅？係 friend 底嘅咩？
我哋應該 miss 咗啲嘢。
我哋逃咗佢哋村喎。
係啊。
我諗翻起個史力加同呢個奪心魔有咩淵源？需要壓制佢。啊好，加入。
Together we can turn
永遠都係第一個先攻嘅，其實直接加5啊，因為好啦，4隻好乸勁喎！佢又有嗰個反射閃避喎，搞
邊個？
嗰啲
點樣？第幾個？
個個都有，唔好意思。反射閃，太誇張喎！真係。
咩壓制嘅文字？好似唔得。
哦，屌我明啦！即係如果我知道法術係要令佢用敏捷嚟豁免檢定，就會觸發嗰個反射閃避咯。咁所以唔好用啲用敏捷豁免嘅法術。但係我全部攻擊技都係敏捷豁免。
咁你可以幫我哋加 buff 唔好攻擊。
有傷唔傷加速啦咁，單加速。唔係你有冇啲唔係敏捷㗎？
就咁劈落去應該唔係用敏捷喎。
Gale 啊，講緊。
睇下先。敏捷豁免，敏捷豁免，體質豁免，體質豁免都有嘅，都有嘅。多啦不過。
雙加速乜用？寫一寫。心靈。
哇，扣好少啊！
唔係啊，都打咗18啦，但係 quit 咗其實。
哦，其實佢幾多血嘅喎，一隻都。
全部都呢先嚟嘅喎。
一個。
嚇到個 kick。
我過去劈到佢稀巴冷先，定劈？
係啊。
呢個118血嗰個定係劈呢先好咧？
冇乜分別㗎啦。
劈咗呢先嘅。
去斬死丁力呢個仆街！中意我。
打中咯。
咪打撚夠未
？3下。4下。
俾你講。哇！威波氣功，
落黑人咁咯。 張血啊，118。試一試。
打到30咯。屌你！我朝朝都問戰嘅，點打啊？搞掂。上啊！點樣上去咧？
飲條上
最大喎，
升格嘅嘛喺度。會勁少少。
又話呢邊識放火，
我係呢先。咪近戰攻擊，哦唔使近戰攻擊
3米內就 OK。
我得你打瓜佢，係喎，唔會吹走你哋。係會，
梗會啦。
上咗嚟，
見到。又升咩？
哦，佢有招反應。
減傷害，不過你都幾好嘢嘅，1D8擲到1。
哇！2位添啊！我執起細佬架條書抌過去，俾佢避咗。
我有啲咁嘅技，我有啲咁嘅技㗎。哦，我係零啦。屌，即係我咪即係有佢嗰招咯，其實。死啦，大佬！大佬啊，咁多個唔打係要打我，
真係幫你唔到啦！
幫我報仇啊，家嫂！
最多識佢就係識呢啲嘅啫。
你冇乜單體攻擊技嘅咩？
咁佢有招反射閃避啊嘛。
哦，即係咁，其實你好多都係敏捷啦。
唔少啊。
其實我覺得係好多法術都係敏捷。拉起身都冇乜用。 一早用啲咁勁嘅技啊，大佬。
Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
Of all the things to be indebted to.
哦，原來呢個先係佢真身可能。
係。
It's like I said before. I'm just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them. Rare or missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield. The largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence. Though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while. Until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive-mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus' mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus' mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackheath declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blackheath wanted his power, but refused. And so she sealed him within this prison. His honor guard, ever loyal, followed him in. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control.
邊個維拉基斯？維拉我係識。
邊個維拉基斯啊？
我就誒，係咪嗰個女王啊？上次
我睇下先。係啊。
上次
但係邊個？即係邊個？
女王，唔係嗰次去屠嗰啲史力加嗰陣，你串鳩佢對冧咗嗰個咯。
嗰個唔係神嚟嘅咩？
啊，女神咯，係嘛？ 都可以係女王嘅啫係嘛？唔知啊。
Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prison. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him. And in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion. A pulsing hatred that cannot be
即係
contained.
對心魔同史力加係敵對咗好多年。
冇錯。
To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Lithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. You are already more a Lithid than you realize. It has improved you. You seek to reverse an inevitable process. A process of evolution. When I first escaped from the Elder Brain, I too railed against the change. But the longer I have inhabited this form, the more it has grown on me. Even if my original body remained intact after I transformed, I would not return to it. Doing so would only impose limitations. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You too should embrace this change.
即係如果我哋冇用嗰啲蟲強化自己嘅話，可能呢啲對話會有啲唔同。
都可能係因佢哋用咗幾多條蟲，會有啲變化。
I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent Illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same
咁咪先可以
解鎖最後一個。
係咯，即係可以簡便變咗奪心魔喎。其實我覺得，
I can evolve you.
哇！
Even as you say the words, you feel a lurch of disappointment. Your mind bristles with illithid potential. How could you be so cruel as to deny yourself what you want most in the world?
I felt that. It's your nature. You cannot fight it. So embrace it. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
你係咪減1嘅？是但。得成點啊？睇唔到啊
！11重擲，16 OK。
The tadpole screams for growth with painful intensity. It has been starved of life, of purpose. It welcomes your probing like a void waiting to be filled. If you let it, it will evolve you, just as the Emperor said.
喂，進化咗會變到好似佢咁嘅樣嘅。
絕對有可能。
哇！喂，咁但係你應該係你進化啫，我哋
係咩？逐個嚟。
唔知喎，佢得一條蟲嘅喎。
哇！即要21喎，如果我揀咗拒絕嘅話，即係我要砸中20喎。
仲要冇得俾 buff 你喎。冇啦，點砸中啊
？19，用晒啲激勵點㗎啦，3%
機會砸中20。
10。
再見啦，世界！
最後一次。
進化啦！進化啦，暴龍獸！
要進化成機械暴龍獸啦，7冇啦。
嚟啦！天水圍多天地獄獸。我好期待你變到好似佢咁嘅樣。
Your nature is no longer your own. You are well on your way to fulfilling your illicit potential. You are ready to evolve. A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. When your allies see what you can do, I hope you encourage them to try it for themselves. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
哇！
我變咗啦！
留翻先。點解今日個劇情嘅資訊量咁多？
收埋最後一個圈。
哦，你有啊？
係啊。
我冇啊。
你哋都可以揀變唔變啊，好似。
係咪同佢傾偈啊？
佢喺邊啊？
係咯，佢係咩？
咁你得一滴血嘅。哦，你啱啱死咗。
係啊。佢走咗啦。我想進化喎，我想變墮天地獄獸喎。哇！
你應該可以自己撳啊，係嘛？
哇！有裝備執添喎。
啊！佢喺度？
哦。哇！好型喎呢個呢招。 喂，你係咪可以用卷軸學法術啊？明喂。
係啊。
黐線喎呢招。
哇！
真係 what the fuck？
試下先。點學咧？我唔記得咗添。
50至100。
法師等級過低啊！唔通要10咧？
升呢先咯。唉，升呢先。誒唔係喎，進化咗先得啲。佢喺邊？喂，我冇得同佢傾偈喎。
冇得同佢傾偈。
冇偈傾喎。屌啊！搞錯啊！咁我留翻啲蟲俾你用算啦。10呢先嚟學啲氣法，有鬼用啊！有咩法術好學啊？
法術啊！
我已經諗唔到啦。
係我睇緊。好鬼垃圾喎啲5環。 係㗎。
Consider using the tadpole. Your evolution will be a benefit. There is nothing
咩推
further
介啊，
I can
師兄？
啊？
我諗唔到揀咩好。
我學咗呢個召喚元素生物。
嚇？
同埋火牆。
點解我冇召喚元素生物呢招嘅？
5環。
點解我冇嘅？屌啊！What the fuck？ 等啲bullshit。想學嗰啲要專注嘅技咯。
淨係你就可以用到一招嘅。
係咯，要咁多都冇用。屌！唉，同你學啊，反正遲啲可以。
Hells. I need to hold on.
你係咪搞掂啊？其實
係啊，但我都係揾唔到點樣可以，譬如令到 Gale 都進化。
Gale 有用個蟲嘅咩？
係喎，好似冇喎。
係咪主角先有得用蟲？
唔係啊，Gale 都可以用。
知啦。
哇！哦，我有條蟲，你咪想進化？呢條蟲咧
得一條嘅咋？
我得一條咋。
啊？點用啊？使用。啊！你唔想進化？
進咗啦，克拉克進咗啦，冇得揀。
哦，咁啊，進啦，一齊咯，啲人都話窿啊嘛，嚟啦
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help.
變超四啦！
上啊！半零級怪變咗，哇幾好啊！又送多3條蟲俾我哋。
你睇有咩啱嘅好勁啊！嗰啲技。
喂，佢幫我直接解鎖晒啊！
解鎖晒，然後你可以學。
係啊，佢第一層解鎖晒，第一層我本身有啲未學晒㗎。
哦，OK。
OK，梗係直接學最後一層啦，係嘛？ 多正嘢喎，最尾嗰集。
好勁㗎！
我應該學嗰個心靈震爆。
應該學靈魂受挫啊嘛，最上面由1點鐘方向。
有咩用啊？咁得一
你可以
啫喎。
我以為降之1添，sorry。
降低1啊，師兄。自由司法咯。
自由司法。
係啊。送多招技。3條蟲。靈能統御咯，右手邊。擅長加值即係咩啊？其實。
睇先啦，18用魔法。
擅長加值。
你嘅法術還數低，或等幾時做？
擅長做嘢擅長。
哦，你打開屬性表咧，咪有其中2個屬性係有6角形嘅。
OK。
你指住佢，佢話俾你擅長加幾多？因為相信嗰個法術還數低過呢個數字。
低於或等。咁啊，即係4環。
就可以發，係冇錯。
4環可以發，喂，咁好爽喎，多個法術反制喎，其實。心靈震爆先啦，跟住我想問，招飛行術係咪佢送咗俾你㗎？
是。你撳完咗先，你其實可以用埋嗰3條蟲㗎，如果你想。
用啦，就係咯。
可唔可以 save 先？我想撳一撳個主宰星移睇下咩料到，我驚撳落去會出事。
save 咗啦。同埋點解？哦。而家佢以前一係跳嚟㗎嘛，佢直接變咗飛行術喎。
跳？
以前 Z 係跳嚟㗎嘛？
我都有我有2招都有喎。
唔係2招都有，但係撳 Z 係飛咯。
我係跳喎。
我係飛喎。
搞笑。出去睇下咩料佢。
無啦啦多咗 N 咁多技。我影心多咗一招技，佢話成個冒險過程只可以使用1次。
咩嚟㗎？
神聖干預。 有4個選項可以揀。一定係呢一。
啊，又翻嚟。
要你一把傳說武器喎，梗係攞武器啦。
其餘嗰3個咩嚟㗎？
一個係一招攻擊技，一個係復活所有隊友，一個係提供大量藥水。
呢啲應該係嗰個黑礦模式用嘅。
咁梗係要武器啦，唔使諗啦嘛。啊，用㗎啦咩？風暴硬牛。快快地。
又可以瞓覺啦，係嘛？係啊，超多，又可以瞓覺。
我瞓咯。都係咁咧，我影心要5號啊！
快半個夢，
真係好誇張。
冇事啦嘛，可以用拍啦嘛。
我哋呢度係邊度？我可以離開營地啦。
交翻啲拍先。
OK 啦 ，OK，冇事啦，冇事啦。
真係可以啦嘛。
係。
係嘅。
飛頭。
總之，等先啦，係。喂，你唔好走。翻來嘅，然後一次我救，你逐個救。
哦，準時食咗喎。我哋咁少血嘅，俾你啊！
我知巨人藥咁就冇咗，又要再做過。你哋企埋一齊。唉，佢成日走嚟走去。
妖，煩喺營地。我哋唔好頂你個肺。
唔好走啊 ，Gale。OK。得。又知零一先。
賣少少使唔使做？
我卡拉克會食其他嚟嘅。
哦，好嘅。
是但。
呢支冇乜用喎，我哋新地圖。其實呢支應該係上一張訂。
咁我算啦，抌咗。
OK。
對象。
我都有呢招射力。
其實我好少用，老實講。
其實攞嚟位移嘅啫，我覺得。係咪先？
但係要用一個動作，所以唔好 worth 嘅啫。除非走佬啦。
OK。係咯，即係你就死一定要走都冇計咯。
好少有咁嘅情況。 加上又唔係 hardcore mode，死咗咪 reload。
唉，唔執住啦啲技 ，save 咗先，再執。OK， 搞掂。
係咁啊！
哎，屌，撳錯。唉，走啦。
係咁。